So welcome back to Hello, welcome back to the project management course. My name is Peter Akinola and I'm so excited to have you back here. In the last video, we're talking about the project management practices. We started with the critical path method. Then we started with the critical. In the last video, we started with Hello, welcome back to the project management course. My name is Peter Akinola and I'm so excited to have you back here. In the last video, we were talking about the project management practices and we started with the critical chain project management method. Then we moved into the PMI method. Then we spoke about Agile extensively. So in this video, we'll be talking about the Scrum method. One thing we need to know about Scrum is Agile is not Scrum, even though Scrum is Agile. But let me just make this clear. Scrum is one of the method of implementing Agile. Let me go over that again. Scrum is one of the method of implementing the Agile methodology. So let me make it clearer. Let me break it a little bit down. Now think of Agile as the ice cream, and then think of Scrum and few other ones that we have as the flavor of the ice cream. So we have the chocolate flavor, we have the strawberry flavor, we have the vanilla flavor, and few other ones. People have different favorites when it comes to flavor to their ice cream. So same thing with what I'm talking here. So we have other method of implementing Agile. So we have the extreme programming, we have the Quick-Start, we have the feature-driven development, we have a couple of other ones. So, but Scrum is what we are talking about. Actually, Scrum is the most popular of them all. That's why most people think Scrum is just Agile. So it's just one of those things you mention when you talk about Agile. I believe you understand the difference now. So let's get into few things about Agile, about Scrum. Scrum is the most popular Agile methodology framework. So it is simple to implement and solve many problems that software developers are faced, such as convoluted development cycle, delayed production, and inflexible project plan. So a small team is led by a Scrum Master, and then teams work in sprints. Remember sprints when we were talking about sprints under Agile methodology. So they work in sprints, which are short cycle of 2 weeks, normally 2 to 3 weeks, typically meet daily to discuss the progress of the task of their project. The Scrum team is led by a Scrum Master and they work in sprints. So let's get into Kanban. In the last video I mentioned Kanban shortly and I said I was going to come back to Kanban. So Kanban is a methodology that is based on team capacity to do work. It was originated from Toyota in 1940s. Basically, what is Kanban? Kanban is a visual approach to project management. So we need something visual when we use Kanban. It could be Kanban board, it could be software. It could be anything, but the most popular one is the Kanban board. Here, the team move through the progress of their project visually and which allow clearer identification of roadblocks and bottleneck that may occur along the way. So Kanban is a visual way of managing projects. It is, and the most popular tool there is the Kanban board. What is Lean? Lean project management is the application of Lean manufacturing principle to the practice of project management. One thing we need to know, the center of Lean project management is to maximize value while minimizing waste. Lean manufacturing principles were developed by Toyota in the 1950s and applied in the 1970s to combat energy crisis. Actually, the word Lean was coined in the 1980s, but they've been using that methodology before then. But then, let's look at it. The summary of what Lean is. To be Lean is to provide what is needed, when it is needed, with the minimum amount of materials, equipment, labor, and space. Lean is a methodology that believe and hope to achieve, always driving towards no wastage, while we are maximizing value. Of course, we are not going to sacrifice maximum value or anything close to it just because we want to minimize waste. No. But then we're saying that we can keep maximizing value and at the same time minimizing waste. That's what Lean is talking about. So Lean is talking about something that has to do with just-in-time inventory methodology also, meaning that we can work with exactly what we need when we need it and not have to have any excesses here and there too, so that we don't even have to start thinking about waste or no waste. That's that about it. So let me go over everything we've discussed so far. So we started with the critical chain project management method, which was developed and popularized by Dr. Goldratt. So this one talks about the theory of constraints, saying that instead of putting the buffers of each task with it, and then now have buffers that necessarily does not really give us the maximum opportunity that we want. So because if this task does not use that buffer, it is useless because the next task might not be able to fill in that buffer because the resources for it might not be available. But then, on the other hand, if there's a constraint that forces this task to push over that buffer, it's going to affect everything. So why is it one way? Why is it going to be one way? Why can't we have it in both ways? So he recommended that instead of doing that, why not remove all the buffers, schedule your task, and put them in front of a particular part, which is the critical part. So put it on the critical part, put it at the end of the first few tasks, and then you can have a better output with that. Then we move to the PMI method that talks about the fact that projects should be broken down into 5 processes and then manage and follow religiously. So the 5 processes are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and otherwise known as evaluation, and then closing. Then we moved into Agile. So talking about Agile is built, the center of Agile is built to accommodate and manage change quickly. We don't have to start dealing with change board, change control system, and all of those things that we have to go through if we want to create change in the PMI method. Then we moved spoke about the Scrum methodology, which is, like I said, one of the methods for implementing Agile. Just like we have extreme programming, we have Crystal, we have feature-driven development, and a few other ones like that. But we said that Scrum is the most popular of all the Agile flavors, so to say. You remember the analogy I gave about Agile is the ice cream, and then these methods like Scrum, like extreme programming, are the flavor to it. So after that, I spoke about the Kanban, which I said it's a visual approach to managing projects. Then we spoke about Lean. which hope to maximize value while reducing waste. So I believe you understand everything that has been discussed in this video. So this is the last video of this module. Please go ahead, write your test, go over the slide, go over the recommended material, go over the video once again, and I'm sure you're going to have you're going to derive maximum knowledge and understanding from what has been taught. Thank you so much for following this course to this point. I'll be waiting for you in the next module. Thank you.